Here I've got the rifle, one of the main rifle holsters, primed, and at this stage is where I start to look for imperfections. Now, one of the rather obvious ones is that there's a prominent seam line that runs along the length of this particular rifle. Removing seam lines is something you want to familiarize yourself with. You see this in a lot of different modeling genres. You see it in tanks. Often the main gun barrel of a tank will have a seam line which will need to be removed. You see this in aircraft, in things like the fuselage and wings, obviously in Gundams as we're working on today, in car models. So it's worthwhile skill to pick up. A couple of different methods available in removing seam lines. Today I'm going to demonstrate one method using two different products. I've got here Mr. Surfacer 1000, made by Gunzi Sangyo. This is basically a filler. There are different grades of Mr. Surfacer. I'm using grade 1000. The lower you go, the thicker they get. So 500 is probably ideal for this type of work, but unfortunately I'm out of 500. So 1000 is quite good. We just may need to do a couple of passes with this. The other product I'll use is Tamiya's surface primer. This seems to be a little thinner than what Mr. Surfacer is, so I just wanted to demonstrate the two, and we got two different guns to try it on, so before why not just show the pros and cons of both products. So this is the second gun that I've already pulled apart. What I've just done previously is just run some Tamiya fine cement along that joint there just to secure it. Give the product a good shake. Now, what we want to do is just dip the brush into, I normally use the lid of the actual Mr. Surfacer. I find that it's a little thicker there, which is going to help conceal this panel line. So just run it along the seam. You don't need to be overly neat. Do the same on the other side. And that is what things look like at the moment. Let's just sit that aside to dry for a little while. Tamiya's primer, liquid primer, is definitely finer than what Gunzi is saying here, I suppose. Well, this is what it looks like after 2 coats of filler. And that seam line is just about gone. So what I'll do next is I'll spray just a fine coat of metallizer on there, because if anything is going to show that seam line, it would be something like a very fine metallic colour like Model Master's lacquers there. So we'll shoot that through an airbrush and see whether or not we can see or detect that seam line. If not, then I will just give it another coat of primer and then we're ready to lay our base colour on there. Well, here it is with the metallizer on it. There's no visible evidence of that seam. And this is buffing metallizer that I've used, so what I'll do is just buff that up. And there you have it. Completely gone. Now under a coat of primer, we'll be ready to start painting this. Here they are under a coat of primer, and the seam is completely gone.